Go guys, back again with another edition of the Scooter Talk News Weekly Report. There has been so much going on in the scooter world in the past few weeks, and I'm so glad to be able to share it with you guys. From ice scooters to the craziest thing you've seen all year, we've got so much to talk about this episode. Wanted to give a huge shout out to everyone already subscribed to the channel. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you go down below and hit that red button that says subscribe. Now that that's done, let's get right into this episode's weekly report. The Ohlay mashup contest is coming to a close and the finalists are being voted on as we speak. After 24 riders made it to the quarterfinals, another 12 were eliminated and then 6 more in the semifinals. Leaving us with our finalists, Lucas D'Amiglio, Dylan Morrison, Rumet Salik, David Sanker, Richard Zlinka, and Grigory Amzarakov, also known as Lil Chi on Instagram. These dudes have made it to the final 6 and are going head to head for those cash prizes. Here's a little highlight video courtesy of Ohlay brand. Comment down below who you think is going to take the overall win in the mashup contest. Are you mad enough to get sponsored by MGP? Over here in the US, Mad Gear officials are now welcoming riders to submit an application to try to be sponsored by their company. Now, I'm not sure I back this way of picking up new riders, but if you're out there looking to bring your name to the next level, this might be just for you. All you have to do is go over to their website, enter some personal information, and then they'll decide if you're a good fit for the team or not. Applications are available until the 15th of February, so make sure you get yours in soon. So this past weekend, I had the opportunity to attend a local scooter contest for the first time in ages. This one was at the Daniel Dares Action Sports Complex here in Raleigh, North Carolina, held by the one and only United Scoot. Before I say anything, I wanted to give a huge shout out to Sam over at United Scoot for allowing me to have the opportunity to come over and judge the contest. It was a great time and I can never say no to pushing scootering forward. With almost 100 riders competing, North Carolina was in for a busy weekend. It's so awesome to see riders from all over the country traveling here to compete in the contest, considering the scene here now isn't too abundant at the moment. With that being said, here's a few highlights from the 3 pro riders who took home the podium finishes. Now here's something you don't see every day. We've talked about dirt scoots, we've talked about snow scoots, but now, introduced sometime last year, the Vice scooter is the first of its kind to appear on the market. I mean, you can literally ride this thing at an ice skating rink. We've started to see a number of European riders post some clips on this thing, and it's pretty intriguing to say the least. Who would have thought we'd be seeing people sesh a 100% solid ice grind box? I even did some digging and found this video of Matisse doing a flare on one of these scooters sometime last year. We need either a slopestyle or freestyle course built to see what these things can really do out there on the ice. Check out this clip of Julian Rota sending a 360 full down heel off this ice grind box. The tricks being done on this thing are absolutely out of this world. To start off this week's roster check, MGP has just added 2 new up-and-comers to round off their US division. I had the opportunity to ride with both of these guys back at the ISA competition at Premises Park in Arizona in October of last year. Super sick dudes and definitely some great additions to the US team here for MAD. I think with some fresh faces like these two, MAD Gear is looking to revamp their look for the new year. Slowly moving over to social media and younger generations, MAD Gear has definitely switched up their pace. Hopefully they have some big things in store for these dudes, as they both definitely deserve it. Congrats on the pickup, my guys. After 4 years of riding for them and staying loyal, Arizona native Addison Walbrook parts ways with SoFlo Pro Scooters. This is a shock to many considering the amount of time the two were aligned. I'm not too sure what's to come in Addison's future, but considering he stays out there grinding as much as he can, we can guess it's going to be something good. Addison has been on the come up for a few years now and is finally making his way to the top. If I had to guess, he already has something else lined up, but we'll just have to wait and see. All the best to SoFlo and Addison as they decide to part ways, hoping for a successful and bright future for both parties. After nearly 7 years of partnership, Luis Guerrera has decided to part ways with Lucky Scooters. Lucky put out a post yesterday that said, "For those of you who never had the pleasure to meet Luis, he is one of the most positive and friendly people the earth has been graced with. We wish him nothing but success on his journey." You can really tell this was a special relationship on both sides. It's always sad to see a rider and company part ways, but it leaves room for excitement to see what they're going to do next. Luis has stated that he has no plans on stopping riding anytime soon and will keep his other 2 sponsors, Centrano Distribution and Slide Inline the shop. Wishing all the good fortune over to Luis and all the guys over at Lucky too. Can't wait to see what the future holds for both sides. Jacob Kloes is back at it again, and this time it's with a banger. Released on February 2nd, we all had the pleasure of viewing this promo put together by the man to promote the new Wise Forge deck. Jacob went all out in this video, throwing insane combos like this nose manual to finger whip and bar to rotor whip off this ledge. He even went a step above the rest and sent this wall ride straight into a double throw bar front board. I mean, just that trick by itself is nuts, but to chuck it in after a wall ride really shows off Jacob's versatility. We are truly never disappointed every time he releases a part, and we all sit patiently waiting for the next one to drop. Shout out to Wise for helping these projects get done, and another shout out to the man Alex Blom for killing it behind the lens. 2022 will be a huge year for Mr. Kloes, and we'll be here covering it every step of the way. Ohlay brand posted a video last week made by the man Fridolin Ewald out of Western Europe. Frido has recently moved to Vienna and wanted to commemorate his final days of riding in his hometown of Göppingen, Germany. He spent 8 long months on this project, and his hard work and dedication is so easy to see. I love the diversity in this video, and Frido's style complements the spot so well. Here are a couple of my favorite clips from the part. We hope to see more come out of Frido this year, as he now lives in Vienna and has a legit squad to ride with. Special shout out to his homie Felix for shooting and editing the project. Also, shout out to Ohlay brand for pushing scootering in all corners of the world and allowing this video to be published on their channel. Ethic DTC sent out one of their biggest and best riders, August Pellaud, to the streets of Barcelona for 13 days to create a masterpiece with Rudy Garcia behind the camera. As you can easily see, he did just that. Whenever these dudes link up, we are sure to be in for something special. August has been killing the game for years and shows off his unique style on some of the most interesting spots we've seen come out of the city yet. From jumping over cars to doing 50s on the inside of handrails, you really can't guess what's coming next in this video. Shout out to Ethic for always funding these types of projects and supporting riders and filmers alike. Hope to see more videos like this come from August this year. Now to start off this week's IG Top 5 segment, we have maybe the best trick to ever be done on a scooter. Even though this was uploaded almost 6 weeks ago, I had to reshare this clip from the Australian legend himself. Here we can see our Willie doing what he does best and stomping this ridiculous world's first. This is the world's first front flip, nothing front scooter flip done on a scooter. I can't even believe we are sitting here watching this right now. I don't think anybody could have seen this one coming, as I know I for sure didn't. Ryan continues to push the limits of what we think is possible on a scooter, and with tricks like these, we don't think he's stopping anytime soon. We are so blessed to have this man at the forefront of our sport. Ryan, you have nothing but our support, my dude. Keep going out there and changing the world. After seeing this clip that went down at the 4130 Ramp House comp a couple weeks ago, I had to share it. Jake Chatterley is an insane park rider. We all know that. But what I didn't see coming is this insane gap to wall ride to 360 out. How do you even look at that wall and think of doing that? Jake's riding usually blows me away, but this clip actually left me speechless. Kudos to you, bro, as this was on another level, and I don't see anyone out there doing stuff like this. All right. This clip is about to make you very dizzy. I can't even do one 540 flare without seeing stars. And the man Jaden Stanley really came out here and just did 11 in a row. At this past weekend's competition at Kloes Skate Park in Australia, Jaden threw down 11 540 flares back to back on 2 quarters. Now, this is 11 flips and just under 6,000 degrees of rotation done in just under 1 minute. I mean, if this doesn't make you dizzy, then I really don't know what will. Jaden even compared it to feeling like being stuck inside of a washing machine. Jaden is always hitting us with surprises and content like this, and we really don't want it to stop. As we've seen in the last few months, snow scootering is making huge waves in the sport. Vidi Tuti out of Finland stomped this huge kickless late whip out at Taco Ski Resort this past weekend. I can personally vouch for it and say these snow scooters are not light and they are not so easy to maneuver around in the air. Vidi hits this 15 to 20 foot jump and stomps this combo with ease. When do you think we'll see a full snow scoot edit in a full snow scoot park? I mean, we already got guys out here like Richard and Matisse sending double flips on these things. Hopefully these dudes, along with the help of VT, continue to push the boundaries of this discipline even further. Rounding off our segment, we have the young shredder out of Great Britain, Charlie Dyson, throwing this floated 360 flip down heel at Onboard Skate Park. I had to watch the clip 3 times to figure out if there was actually a heel whip in there or not. Charlie has been out there killing the game for years now and continues to push forward with insane combos like this one. I truly think Charlie has the chance to become world champion here in the next couple years, and with combos like this one done so effortlessly, you can see exactly why. Keep holding it down for the UK, Charlie. We're stoked to keep watching your scootering career unfold. That about wraps it up for episode number 3. We went through a lot of media in this episode, and it's so hard to keep track of what's going on in the scootering world these days. I'd love to thank everyone watching for their support, because that's truly what keeps this channel going. Shout out to all the companies and brands out there continuing to do the most for our sport and put on events to keep our community engaged. Make sure you go follow our Instagram at Scooter Talk News to stay updated on everything going on in our sport. Until next week, my friends, deuces.